The rapid rise of products using the latest technology is forcing manufacturers to change their processes and retool their production lines. These new products require advanced manufacturing processes, such as laser welding. This brings inherent risks to the production floor if these processes are not properly tested. Unfortunate surprises often ruin timelines late in the project when production lines are first introduced to a plant. A proper application test and development cycle early in the life of a project can de-risk the process and ensure that start of production goes smoothly. Hi, my name is William Huffman. I'm one of the founders of Photon Automation, and I serve as their CEO. I've been working in the laser equipment industry for 4 decades, doing laser design, systems design, applications development, and for the past 25 years as leader of Photon Automation. I realized early in my career that there was a disconnect between the laser applications test, often performed at a laser manufacturer, and the system integrator, whose job is to create a reliable, production-ready system. I have been involved in projects where laser application testing is done on the front of a project, but it was incomplete, only to surprise the integrator when they try to run the application for the first time on the production system they just built and are attempting to debug. Worse is when they discover that the laser or optics they purchased is wrong for the application because of an incomplete study. There's a lot of slick marketing out there that is easy to believe. I say prove it. Let me explain how we attack this problem. The application development labs at Photon Automation are state-of-the-art facilities featuring the latest and most relevant technology in laser sources, optical systems, vision systems, and robotics. These diverse systems are deployed in a way that allows us to be flexible and adapt to new applications rapidly. Photon Automation is not affiliated with any particular manufacturer, so we can choose the best tool for the application without influence. We choose laser sources, optical systems, robotics, and other devices based upon their proven performance characteristics, while keeping in mind our client's budget. Our applications team is comprised of highly skilled physicists, engineers, and technicians with many years of laser process and integration experience. They are backed by our full engineering department and manufacturing staff to rapidly create application-specific tooling or fixtures for sample development. Our labs were formed to help solve manufacturing problems with thorough application testing, hopefully on the front end of your project and not before it's too late. Early services include product design for manufacturability, or DFM consulting. Through this service, we break down each manufacturing process into steps, suggesting enhancements or changes to the proposed design to make the entire manufacturing process more robust and less expensive. Photon's expertise with laser technology is especially helpful when designing products that are laser welded together. Multiple factors can impact the success of a laser welded joint, and it begins with proper design practices. Material selection, joint design, thermal considerations, laser beam access, and others are all factors that will impact the success of a product design. It is well worth tapping into Photon's experience early in your design process. When you bring an application to Photon, we first ask questions about your goals for the process you need. We want to establish what is most important for your product. Is it the surface finish of a surgical tool? Robustness of an electrical connection? Durability of the joint? Or maybe it is the hermetic sealing properties required for the product. Are the materials dissimilar? Do you need to make 10 or 10 million? The materials and their composition can impact a laser weld drastically, as will their thicknesses. A number of variables will influence what laser source and optics we would first test. The wide range of lasers and optics at Photon's labs allows us to find the best solution for your application. Once we have the information about your application, we perform an initial feasibility study where we test sample material, either material coupons or actual parts, and take a quick CT scan to see how successful we are with our initial laser settings. Actually, it will take about 45 minutes for the CT scan to complete. Our CT scanner can show all kinds of information that traditional methods using optical microscopes can't see. If you compare porosity as seen in a traditional cross-section to what we can see with a CT scanner, the difference is clear. With traditional cross-sectioning, you may see a defect in the section you are looking at, or not. In this example, the cross-section shows a fairly robust weld. When we compare that information to a CT scan of the same weld, a superior understanding of the joint is realized. Often, cross-sections will not show a problem when the problem is just below the surface you are looking at. Let's compare an actual example of a laser weld of a prismatic battery during an application test. Caleb is setting up the test. Now we will fixture the part in the CT scanner and start the scan. The team makes a few adjustments to our parameters using our exclusive Wonderboard laser control platform, and we repeat the process. We changed a bit of the total energy in the corners, and it reduced heat some using the settings on the Wonderboard software. We can see it in the scan. You can definitely see less porosity. Despite having some very cool tools to work with, some applications can consume weeks of iterative effort to achieve the result that solves the application. This is especially true when counterfeit materials are supplied, which is actually quite common. We recommend metallurgical testing, especially when materials are purchased from non-regulated sources. At the conclusion of the application development test, a written report is prepared and information is shared with the customer. And if the customer needs equipment to support manufacturing efforts, Photon Automation is an excellent resource for standalone systems or full production lines. We offer our customers a wide breadth of experienced staff and a diverse set of tools that can help solve their application needs. I invite you to visit us and see how we can solve your next application, from concept to mass production.